Good day. My name is Peter Jordan. And again, we have Chanel, who's with us again, and she graciously spends her time with me. And we're going to interact on quite a few things in the future. And I'm forever grateful to the various people that I am doing. And thank you, Chanel, and welcome back.
Thanks, Peter.
Okay, so in this session, I want to talk about a very interesting subject, and this subject is not really approached by many people in your therapy, but it forms such an important part for you to understand that there's a bigger picture and there's a bigger plan at play. All of us, when it is that we come to the planet, we all come here for our own individual reasons and our own individual growing on there. And each of us has got our own plan that we come in with to address when we come in. And of course, this can be borne out by Chanel, because she's into astrology and she understands that when it is that you come in, and at the time that you are born, the stars and everything have their particular settings, the way that they are. And when you come in and you're born and you separate from mom, at that moment in there, you are ingested. Your energy body is ingested with the magnetics of the planets, of the way that everything is around us. And that helps us to form us as we are in that particular star sign of who we are. And that's how the magnetics affect us, and that's how the stars affect all of us. And that's also the things that we come to work with and to resolve in this lifetime on things. So it's quite a sort of interesting way of looking at things. So besides all of the individual things that we've got, I'm going to give you five reasons that all of us come to the planet. Now, all the way up to now, I've been talking about the three parts in us that we need to develop, okay? And these parts is that we need to develop to the full extent and balance these three. That's the feelings part of us, the mental part of us, and the spiritual part of us. And the more that we develop and go into an understanding of these three, the more it is that's going to flow over into our lives and make us much more of a balanced human being. Okay? Now, in that balanced human being, that's the first reason that we come to the planet, is for us to grow or to develop ourselves in the best way and as much as we can when it is that we do that. And the more that we do that, the more that we grow. What happens then, Chanel?
We understand things and we look at life differently. And I think it's a question of aha moment. Okay, so this is why this and this and this, everything just comes together, I think.
Okay. And then how does life work when the more that you understand and the more that you grow? How does life work for you?
Things go your way. You grow even more and more and more, and then you realize there's more to life than just getting married and having kids.
Yeah, okay. But there's also life becomes a lot more easier. It functions better. Okay, relationships work better. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Work situations come around. Income situations. Yeah. All of those things. Everything just simply works better for us, right? Okay. So that's the first. Sorry.
You're unstuck.
Yes.
And you're not isolating. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. So every facet of our life, and it's also the more we grow, the more balanced we are. okay, or the more positive that we become because we're more balanced, the more opportunities we attract to us. And so the more that we grow and the more opportunities that we attract to us, then it is that we will never struggle, okay? You don't see a hobo as a highly balanced person, for instance, or the man that's living in the street or living under the bridge, okay? There's always some kind of deficiency in them that they haven't developed within themselves, okay? And invariably, that's got to do with some kind of feeling of some sort, that they feel that they're not good enough or they're not acceptable, or something happened in their past or whatever. Okay, so the more balanced you are, the more it is life flows, the more financial flows work, the more relationships work better, everything works better. So reason number one is for you to learn and to grow, and for you to see that this journey of yours that you come here to the planet is one of reward. The more effort that you put into it, the greater is the reward that you get out of it. So if you put an effort in of 1, you get 1 out. You put an effort of 2 in, you get 4 out. 4. You put an effort of 3 in, you get 9 out. You put an effort of 4 in, you get 16 out. Okay, on the thing. So it is the more it is that you grow and the more you develop, the better life works. That's just how the system works. That's part of our understanding of life. That's part of the spiritual understanding. This is how the system of life is set up. Okay? For every cause, there is an effect. If you put a good cause in, you get a good effect. You put a negative cause in, you get a negative effect. It's kind of like, it's not difficult stuff. Okay, the next reason for us to come to the planet is for us to use our creativity. Now, why would I say that? And where does creativity come from? Any idea?
What you can do and the difference you can make to discover your creativity and discover things that you never had, things that you are good at.
Well, that is true, but it is also that every single person on the planet is born with creativity. It's not something that you can learn. It's not something that is there. It's something that is a part of you. It's something that you take and you need to do something with it. Okay, on the thing. So if you look at the technology that we're using today, this technology came about as a result of somebody's creativity.
True.
Okay. If you look at the top that you're wearing, lovely top, by the way. If you look at the top that you're wearing, did you make it?
No.
Did you
It
buy
came
it?
from someone.
Okay, so it was somebody's creativity. Okay, look at the building that you're in. Okay, that was somebody's creativity. If you look at all of those little bottles that's there behind you, that is all somebody's creativity of something that they have done. Okay, one thing. So creativity is around all of us all of the time. Okay, and we are supposed to take this creativity and use it. Where does this creativity come from? Any idea?
You're born into it.
Oh, that is true. But where did that come from?
I think, I don't know.
Okay.
You got me now.
Okay, so if I say to you, come, Chanel, I want you to hold my hand and we are going to go on a journey way back in time to the time before time began. Kind of a little bit a long way back. Okay? Who are we going to meet then?
The little child?
No, to the time before time began.
Oh.
Who will we meet then? And the answer to that is we're going to meet God or the creator or the universe or the, whatever it is. And we say, so let's just call it the creator, okay? Or we call God. We say, hey, how's it, God? How you doing? Okay, Chanel and I are a little bit confused about all of this. And how did all of this come into being? And what happened? And et cetera, et cetera. And he says, well, it also depends on what kind of religion you want to talk to. Some people say 7 days. Some people say 7 billion years. Some people say this. Some people say that. Some people say it was a big bang. Okay, let's not get involved in that. What I want to say is that it came from somewhere. Okay? And God created it. And God created all the sun, the moon, the stars, the planet, the animals, the nature on the planet, all of these things, all of it fitted into place somehow. Okay? And when it was all done, and whatever period it took to done, I'm not really fazed about it. The issue is it's all here, and we are experiencing it, and we see it in our everyday activities. Okay? On the thing. So we said, okay, God, gee, that's interesting. So all of this came about, and then what happened? He said, well, then, everything was then done. And then he looked and he decided it is that he is going to bring about man. And what attribute of God did he use to bring about us? Any idea? What part of God did he use to bring about us? And that would be his creativity. And so he created man in the image of himself. So therefore it is, you are a spark of God. And I am a spark of God. And everybody else is a spark of God. And all of us come from that creative point. When you come from God, then that must mean that you've got that creative spark on the inside of you. And so it sits there. Okay? And it is all of us have to take this and use this creativity to our advantage. And the more we use the creativity to our advantage, the more it is we discover our inner abilities, what it is we can do, and what it is everything else. Okay? And creativity, it's not just painting. Creativity is everything that is around us. Okay? Everything. Everything that we see or do comes as a result of either our own personal creativity or somebody else's creativity that has been applied and used. Okay. So when we do, so that's reason number 2. Is that reasonable? Okay, right. So reason number 3, when we are doing something creative, how does it feel for us?
Good, satisfying.
And
Doing something.
Yeah, it's good and satisfying, and we're having what?
Fun.
That's right. That's reason number 3. For us here on the planet to have fun. Everything has been set here for us to use it to have fun. The oceans are here for us to surf in the waves or to dive down into the waters, okay? The mountains are here for us to climb. The rivers are here for us to play in and fish in and do all sorts of wonderful things in. Okay, nature is here in its abundance for us to do it. People are here for us to play with each other in terms of sport, in terms of interaction, in terms of having fun with one another. Also, our learning can also be fun. It doesn't have to be hard and a burden and a struggle and all of that. Okay, we are, if we can learn through fun, make that a much better way of learning and growing, and to have fun. It's really important for us to do things is to have fun while we are. Okay, anything wrong with that?
Absolutely not.
No. Okay, so it's for us to have fun. Right. Okay. The fourth reason for us to come to the planet is for us to have good relationships. Okay. Now, good relationships means two ways. Okay. One way is the general interaction of with people. Okay, in our relationships. And the other is to have good romantic relationships. Okay, but in order for us to have a good relationship, it means that we must be in the position to be able to have heart to heart connections. Because when we have a heart to heart connection between you and me, then it is this interaction becomes heartfelt. And when it's heartfelt, then I care about you and your feelings, and you care about me and my feelings. Okay. And then after a period of time, in this heart to heart interaction between you and me, then it is our friendship starts to take on heart and meaning. Okay. And when we can do this with people around us, then we can have meaningful relationships in general around us with people, and everything that is now, it's meaningful. And when it's meaningful in our relationships with people in general around us, then it is our life becomes meaningful. Okay, what do you think? Right. So, so that's a really good reason for us to do that. But all of this presupposes, in order for you to have a heart-to-heart connection, that you're not here, because this thing knows nothing about heart-to-heart connections. It's here, okay, in on your heart. But it also means that you have to know about you and your feelings, so that in your interaction between you and somebody else, you can express your feelings. Doesn't mean to say that you've got to carry your feelings on your sleeve, but to be able to express your feelings. You know, everybody asks you when they see you, they say, "Hi, Chanel, how are you?" "Well, you know, the computer crashed this morning, and then I had to do this and everything else." It tells me Zippo about how are you. Okay, everybody wants to know, how are you? What's happening in your world? Okay, what's happening? How are you feeling? And etc. etc. And when you can interact and respond to people like that, it becomes a warm interaction between you and other people. Okay, so it's imperative then for you to develop and understand your feelings. Absolutely essential. If you shut this thing off, then it is you cannot have heart-to-heart interactions. Then it is you become isolated and you cut yourself off from everybody around you. Okay, on the thing. Now, when we go on to the romantic side of things, then it is we now have reached the stage that it's meaningful. Okay, and it's a meaningful relationship between, say, you and me. Okay, and as time goes by, then this relationship now, in its meaningfulness, starts to develop a sense of trust between you and me. Okay, and in that trust, I feel that this is the person that I can trust to be with me and to evolve things with me and to grow with me. And I can grow with you, okay, in that trust. And then as this trust develops a little bit further, okay, then it moves along the continuum. And what's the next stage that evolves out of trust?
Love.
Exactly right. Okay, one thing. And that's where love now evolves from this. Okay, and we develop a deep, loving, supportive relationship between you and me. Okay, and in that deep supporting relationship, then we then reach the stage at some point that it is that we now want to make this relationship physical. And when we make this relationship physical, the reason for sex at that stage, okay, is to deepen the heart-to-heart connection between you and me, okay? It's not sex for sex. We call it
Relationship healing.
making love, okay? There's a big difference between making love and having sex. Everybody can have sex. Very few people actually make love. Okay, one thing. Now, there's a lot more that I can describe what happens to you energetically on that, but that is for a separate video. Okay, one thing. When we make love, there is a mergence that happens between us and our energy bodies, and one thing, and that creates its own specialness together. But that's a separate issue. Okay, one thing. So that's reason number 4 for all of us to have good relationships. Reason number 5 is for us to use our talents. Okay, now, when we use our talents, and we have now taken reason number 1 in our learning, and we've developed ourselves mentally, okay, then we've developed the various things that we need to be able to do something on a mental basis. And we use our creativity and we use our feelings development in things, then it is we've got the ability to use our talents in a constructive way, okay? But now it is important. When it is that we were up there before we were born, they said to us is that, okay, what kind of talent do you want to have when you come down here? What are the things that you want to do? And then let's just make this up. They say, okay, I want one of these talents and one of these talents and one of these talents and maybe this one, okay, on thing. And so you get these different kinds of talents. And these talents are given to you so that when it is that you come down onto the planet and you use these talents, they will support you so that you can live. Okay, if everybody came down with the same talent of being, say, a dentist, we would all have wonderful teeth, but we would be living in caves. Okay, now can you see is that everybody comes down with a different kind of talents, and we need this exchange between us. So there are times when it is, I need this talent of Chanel, okay, and the things that she does. Well, not me. My fingernails are fine, okay. Okay. I need this talent of Chanel. Okay, when she goes to the shop, she needs the talent of somebody that can manage the shop to be able to provide the things for her. When she goes and takes her car to the garage, she needs the talent of somebody in the garage that has got the ability and the interest to work on the cars and to fix the cars for her. Okay, on the thing. So people have got all sorts of kinds of different kinds of talents, and these talents are there to support us. Now, when we take this talent and we combine this talent with our creativity, then it is we can't help it but to become passionate about the thing that we do. And when we do the thing that we do, we put love and effort and things into it, and we will do it well. Why will we do it well? Because it's something that we love to do. And when it's something that you love to do on a thing and it comes out well, other people will see it and say, my gosh, but I want that thing. And so with them wanting that thing, whatever that thing is, you can't help it. You will survive and do well. Okay, when it is that you don't do these things and you do something that you don't love doing on the thing, then that becomes a problem, because then it is you don't do it to the best of your ability. You just do it waiting for the paycheck to come at the end of the month. That's a terrible way of running your life. Okay, on the thing. And it is that there is, in many instances, that people are afraid of doing something like this for themselves. Okay, they are afraid of doing boosts. You know, if I go and do something that I love to do, I will upset mom and dad, or I'll do this or that, or somebody or something. And you don't go and do what it is that you love to do using your talents. You've got to go and do that. If you go and do something that you go and do just because, well, it's a good paying job. Well, it's a good paying job right now, but in the future it will be maybe a terrible paying job, whatever it is. Okay, maybe you get replaced by a computer or technology or something. Okay, has evolved. So you've got to be able to adapt. You've got to be able to grow. You've got to be able to develop yourself in all of the aspects and run with the technology of things and the technology development of things. Okay, etc., etc. Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we're here, man.
That's exactly it. Okay, so that's now number 5. So now there's one more. Any idea what this one will be?
No, and I can't wait to hear it.
Okay, so when you die, okay, and this is the joke I always have with my clients. When you die, okay, and that's also depending on what kind of religion that you look at, but we'll just take this one for fun. Okay, when you die, then it is you go up to the pearly gates. Okay, and when you get to the pearly gates, who's the guy there waiting for you? Saint Peter. Saint Peter. Okay, and there you come, and you say, what's your name again? Chanel. Oh, yeah, Chanel, yes, we were expecting you. Oh, wonderful. How have you been? Okay, lovely to see you again. So, Chanel, before we let you through the gates here, a couple of questions that we need to ask you. Okay, on the thing. So, Chanel, while you were down there on Earth, how did the learning go? How did you develop you and your feelings? How did you grow? Okay, another thing.
But you better grow.
I went through this whole sexual abuse thing, and it killed me. And I just, I just felt I couldn't do anything. And then, okay. Well, what about you and your creativity? Well, every now and again I did something that was creative, and well, give me a figure out of 100. How well did you do? Well, 30%. Okay, 30%. Oh, 40%. Okay, 40%. Okay, and the first one in the learning, what did you do? Well, 40%. Oh, okay, 40%. So what about good relationship? Oh man, that was a disaster. That I went from the broken relationship to a broken relationship and say, oh yeah, but how did you grow in them? How did you, how well did you do? So, gee, I really struggled with that, so 20% or 25% or even 40%. Okay, I'm thinking, so okay. How much fun did you have while you were there? Hey, listen, you don't understand. When I was down there, life was really tough. Okay, and every now and again I had fun and thing, but I really struggled with this thing. Okay, so what kind of percentage there? Well, maybe 20%. Okay, so how about using your talents? Oh, hell no. I really got stuck in with my talents because, if I just did my job and I did everything, then it is I could cut all of this stuff out. And that's what I did. And I did really well. Ah, fabulous. Okay, so we give you a big tick for that one. Okay. But when we look at the whole score, we say, you know what? God let you through the pearly gates here. We have to send you back. You see how important it is for you to engage in life. Okay? You come here for a reason or many reasons, but you got to do these things for you. And the more that you do these things for you, and the more you grow you, and the more you outgrow these problems, the better it's going to be for you in every facet of your life. And then you can't help it. You will do well. This is your right. This is what it is that you are supposed to do. This is the reason that you came here, for you to be the best Chanel that you can be. Interesting thought, isn't it?
Really, really, really. You lose that somehow if nobody teaches you this. I mean, you lose sense of having worth. Why you don't know why you're here. Well, now we know, so we better be creative and grow and have relationships and be trying to be balanced human beings, raising balanced human beings, breaking all our patterns and dealing with our issues, and everything that has happened negativity, put it, understand for what it is and turn it around, and 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 use it for the better. Don't get isolated. Let's grow.
Exactly. And how important it is to grow, because every single problem in life can be solved. Everything. You would not be given a particular problem in life if it cannot be solved.
That's true.
Everything can be
It's just how
solved.
you look at it and understanding it, especially through someone like you. So,
Okay, you got any questions on this thing? Anything, any pearls of wisdom to give our listeners?
no, I think every cause has an effect, and now we know why we are here, and here to learn our lessons and be the best
Yeah.
we can
Okay.
be.
Yeah. Actually, thank you for bringing up that thing about every cause has an effect. So if we've got this effect in our life, then we have to go and have a look at where's the cause. Change the cause, it'll result in change the cause and it'll result in a different effect. Easy. I look forward to our future discussion on the subconscious mind and
Thanks, Peter.
how our subconscious controls all of us. Thank you again, Chanel, for your time and your effort. Okay, and I really appreciate the effort that you put into it. Thank you so much. Look after yourself.
Thanks,
Bye.
Peter.
Thanks. So, bye.